Welcome to the Odie's Gym 6-part video series designed to keep you informed and motivated to stay strong on your diet commitment through the 6 weeks of the challenge. This week's topic is focused on the mental game, keeping you motivated, working on your subconscious mind, and staying focused on success with your diet or way of life. The first step to the mental game is learning how to master yourself. Remember, the word diet comes from Latin meaning way of life. And so that's what the mental game is all about, mastering your way of life. And that starts with the mind. The mind precedes what your body does, and your emotions affect how you think and how your body works. But your mind is the key to controlling your entire life. So how do you focus on maintaining your motivation depending on what's going on in your life? I often say that motivation is like showering. If you don't shower every single day, you begin to stink. And one way of looking at this is seeing your body much like a temple. Now, if you had a temple and it was out in the woods somewhere, now, some days, the nature would actually drop leaves or plants would drop things on the ground around your temple, and you need to clean those things up. Now, another way of looking at this is that if you had a temple and people were visiting your temple, people would leave garbage on the ground, and it's no different than your own physical body being a temple. Nature is going to drop stuff in your life. People are going to drop stuff in your life. And that's why each day it's very important to have success with your mental game, that you cleanse yourself from the day before. Like I said, motivation is like showering. So you have to cleanse whatever happened the day before, whatever you ate, whatever you drank, or whatever people said to you. Because part of the mental game is getting your diet right? This is all about diet. And if you start a strict diet, people aren't going to like it. So if you're changing your way of life and other people are not ready to make a change, they're going to make fun of you. They're going to say stuff to you. They're going to make it harder for you. I actually had a client years ago who they went on a strict diet, and one of their friends started planting candy around their house, around their work, and sabotaging them. So this is just an example of when you decide to make that change mentally, you're going to face stuff around you. Like your auntie comes and visits you and it's your birthday, says, I made you this cake, and you have to say, thank you for making me this cake. I'm on a strict diet now, and I've prepared myself for this conversation. Say, I'm going to freeze this and save this for another time, but I really appreciate you bringing me this pie or cake or whatever. Another big part of the mental game is, like I said, changing the way you see certain foods. I've told this story many times before where I actually helped my mother lose 60 pounds. And what she did is she changed the way that she saw sugar. One day, this is after my mom had lost 60 pounds, I had a client come into my gym, and this client was struggling losing weight. And my mom went up to them and she said, what you have to do is change the way you see sugar. Whenever you see a cupcake or a donut or any type of sugary product, you just see a mound of sugar. And I looked at my mom, I was like, oh my God, I'd actually gotten through to my mom. And that's exactly what you have to do. You have to change the way that you see certain foods. As you change the way you see certain foods, you change yourself. So let's go a little bit deeper into this subconscious mind and how this can help you to get faster results with your day-to-day life. So how does the subconscious mind work? Well, it's pretty simple. Your subconscious mind only works on images. So what I did is I created this picture that you can use to kind of look at this boat and see it as yourself. As I mentioned in my speech and as I mentioned in this video, this isn't just about diet mastery, it's about self-mastery, because the word diet comes from Latin, meaning way of life. So when you master your way of life, it's like mastering this boat, and you can get to your goals with less effort and less work. So you see here we have the conscious mind, and you could be saying, you could be telling everybody, I'm going to make my goal happen. I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm going to get to my island destination. I'm going to attract that dream job, or I'm going to find that perfect somebody I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. All these could be examples of goals that you want to accomplish. And here you are on your boat, and you're rowing your boat. You have the oar set, and you're rowing, and you have the propeller set, and you have the sail set. And consciously, you're going towards your goal. But the problem is, a lot of people don't realize this, and this is why the subconscious mind is so powerful, is the subconscious mind, it's like a submarine. It's what's going on below the surface. So you could be consciously going towards your goal, but the current is going against you. I cannot emphasize this enough. Or another example of this with your subconscious mind is that some people, they aren't even at the front of the boat guiding themselves towards their goal. They're not going to get there, or it's going to be very difficult for them because they're sitting on the back of the boat. They actually have their hands here and they're looking out at their past. And what's happened is they're looking at the wake of the ship. They're saying, all these things happened in my past, and that's why I'm here now. They're not actually going to where they want to go in life because they're like, oh, I'm a victim. These things happened in my life and I'm stuck here on this boat. Or another example could be even worse. They're not just sitting on the back of the boat. They've actually thrown anchors into the water. They've thrown multiple anchors into the water, and they're trying to get to their goal, and they're dragging all these anchors. They're not at the front of the boat, and they're like, oh my God, my past, it happened, all these things, and they're depressed. A lot of people are depressed because of things that happened in their past. So what you have to do is, like I said, I've created this image for you to kind of look at yourself in a different way, because you can see yourself like this boat. Instead of looking at your past and trying to say, all these things happened which led to now, you have to recognize the fact that none of that stuff happened in the past without now creating those things that happened in your past. So what you can do is shift your perception. Instead of saying, oh, I'm a victim, I have to eat this food, or these things are triggering me to eat in a certain way, and you're totally off course with your ship, you can take yourself and get off of the back of the boat. You can really dial in, kind of like a target. You can focus on the bullseye. What is the bullseye of your goal? And start attracting that to you, because you're way more focused on guiding the ship to where you want to go. And as you do that, it makes a shift in your subconscious mind. And when you get the subconscious mind right, the current is going to take you to getting faster results with less effort. I cannot emphasize that enough. Why am I successful as a coach? I've done 14,000 hours of coaching. I've run my own gym for 10 years. Why am I successful? Because I figured this out. I'm actually getting people faster results with less effort by changing the way that they see their performance, the way they change the way they see their own lives. So instead of using the propeller or the oar or the sail, right, they've achieved a level of self-mastery. They've mastered the mast of the ship. And now the subconscious mind is taking them to their goal, like I said, with less effort. If you need help with this, contact me for some support or advice, and let me know how I can help you with getting your boat heading in the right direction. This is how the subconscious mind works. Thanks for watching our video this week. Next week, we'll be going over physical development.